Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back.
Tell a friend.
Hey everybody, here we are with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be looking at the brand new Lego set from Lord of the Rings, Rivendell. And this is not a LAN review. But before you go any further, let me just say, if you like this video and any of the videos on the channel, please
like, comment, subscribe.
And we'll be taking a look at the brand new Lego Rivendell.
Yay!
After the intro coming in.
No.
He stole all my lines.
A gift to the fans of Lord of the Rings. And here is Lord of the Rings Rivendell, set number 10316, 6,167 pieces, 15 minifigures, but it's actually closer to 21 minifigures when you look at all the statue pieces. And this is just a fantastic set. And we're going to start here by taking a look at the instruction manuals. And it comes with 3 different books, and they each build a different part. This builds the gazebo part, and then book 3 is actually the main part, and book 1 is the statue part, the tower area. But there's one thing I wanted to point out in the instructions that is worth noting, and that is it shows you how to do this technique on how to straighten the tile pieces on the roof, which I think is very important. I was a little disappointed in the lack of color for the instruction manual, though, on the front. And here is a look at the Rivendell images from the Lego Lord of the Rings game, and I wanted to compare and contrast and see how close it actually got to what Lego themselves allowed this game to do when they designed Rivendell. And I gotta say, the game version is larger, but all things considered, there is a lot of similarities. And here's just a quick little overview as just kind of zoom around, zoom up, and take a look at just this absolute beautiful set. And here is the console of Elrond from the game, and here it is in the set itself. And it is super fun to be able to put together this console, I gotta say. I was really happy to be able to do this and put this scene together. It's really cool. And next up here is the white console that we saw in the Hobbit films. And it is in this gazebo area. And I have my Lady Galadriel there. This is where she's stationed in mine. Of course, I have more than just the minifigures that come in the set here in the video, because these are the ones where I've put them on my Rivendell. And so, here's Tauriel from the Hobbit films. Kind of decided that this is where she went after the Hobbit movie. She went to Rivendell, and she's just kind of hanging out there. But this set, this has really been a fantastic dream come true for me to be able to get this set, I gotta say. And here is a look inside the gazebo area, starting here, doing a close-up of it, the back side. And it's just, and this, I gotta say, the build for this set was rather enjoyable as well. You're always on to something new. 6,000 piece set is, it is a large set, and it comes with a very high price tag. And I think that is important to point out, and one of the questions I wanted to answer here is this set worth it? Worth this $500 price tag? Because that is no cheap, that's a rather large, hefty price. But then you see like these cool little details and everything in it, and you're just like, oh wow, like they really hit the ball out of the park for Lord of the Rings fans. I gotta say, with this set, they truly did. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. If you are a Lord of the Rings fan, this set is a must own. And if you're a Lego fan, you must get it. Absolutely. Now let's take a look here. We have this lower section, and then up above is Bilbo's room. And I think they did a rather good job of recreating this in, actual physical Lego. When you compare it to what's in the game. Now, as I said earlier, what's in the game is bigger. They have more room to spread everything out. But I think they did a great job with this set. Even though it is 6,000 pieces, it could easily be 12,000 if they wanted to do it completely accurate. And here is the front of the gazebo section. And these mushrooms here actually glow in the dark, which is a really fun addition for this set, I gotta say. A nice little Easter egg that, when you turn the lights off and everything, really adds some fun to it. And, I mean, I enjoyed the tree builds on this. Some people have griped about that. This gazebo actually comes off, and building this gazebo here was one of the more daunting parts of this whole set. I would say it was the second most difficult part, besides the tiles on the main roof section. That was pretty tedious, but so was this gazebo. That was not, I wouldn't say hard, but it was definitely a little bit more on the challenging side. And there's a look on the inside, and that's like the blacksmith section. And I have one of my Lord Elrons down there, because I have 3 different Lord Elrons. But we'll get to the minifigures in a little bit later in the video. And here is the main section itself. You see the big tree and everything. And as I said, building this roof here with all the tiles, that was the most challenging, tedious part of the entire build, I gotta say. But it is easier with the technique that I showed you earlier. That really helps out a lot. And this lifts off like so, and it was really cool. So you can, get in there. But I gotta say that the minifigures don't stay in these chairs very well. And the design of these chairs is with like popsicles and hot dogs. And I know a lot of people really like the design that Lego did there. But honestly, it's fashion over function for me. And I'm not a huge fan of these chairs. I would rather the minifigures be able to sit down in there and stay in them, and maybe not look quite as good. So that is one of my more complaints for this set, is these chairs itself. I know some people are really all over the moon for them. I would rather have gotten something that is a little bit more functional. As you can see, the minifigures just sliding all around. And this is a fun little Easter egg. There's like the Eye of Sauron underneath there. I don't know why they put it there, but it's there nevertheless. And this tree here, this big tree, was a nice build. All the trees in it were, unique and interesting builds, and add some nice dimension, so not all the trees look the same in your city or in your layout. As we, move it over and get a look at like this gazebo here, and this tree actually attaches straight to the structure itself. And like I said, a nice variation on the tree builds here. And here's a look at this little stairwell. There was just every little build, you never got super bored other than, you know, like I said, the roof and the gazebo, but everything else you're always building something new. So there wasn't a lot of repetition there, and I really enjoyed that. And as a fan, all the attention to details that have been put into this set is really second to none, in my opinion. Just extremely well done. You know, like right here, here's the foraging of the rings of power. You know, just the little Easter eggs that they included like that. I really appreciated. It was a lot of fun, and you know, like I said, I'm super glad to have this set and be able to put it in my Middle Earth display layout that we're building. It really is a great addition for all of us Lego Lord of the Rings collectors. 100%, you know, as I said, must buy. And now let's take a look at the minifigures. I have the new ones on the left and the old one on the right. I thought it'd be fun to give a comparison on all of them for the sake of this video, so you can see them all. Frodo, and here is the backs of the head. Frodo is well done, the new one. As a general rule, I prefer the old ones, I gotta say. Here's a look at old Bilbo from the game. And here is Bilbo. I have the old Bilbo in the center, and then here's the new Bilbo in the center, and all the other ones I have, you know, surrounding him and everything. But and here is his like mean face, or whatever you want to call it. And then here is Mary, the new one on the left and the old one on the right. And as I was saying before, as a general rule, I prefer all the older minifigures over the new ones. There are things on some of the newer ones that I do like. You know, the Hobbit's legs specifically. And some are better than others, but as a general rule, I do prefer the older ones. And now we look at Pippin here, and Pippin is well done. He's a good rendition of Pippin. I only have one little kind of minor complaint with Pippin, and that is his reversible head here. I'm not a huge fan of that. The old one I think is better there. And then here is Gimli, and Gimli's actually one of the more disappointing ones for me. I feel like that the old Gimli just looks that much better. He just looks like Gimli. The new one, just something feels off about him, in my opinion. He's probably my least favorite minifigure in here. And you take a look at the helmets. The old helmet has molding, and the new one is just printed. The old helmet is far superior, in my opinion. And then here, even the old one had printed dual-sided heads, even though they're covered by a beard. It's a little attention to details like that the old ones have. And here's Samwise. The hair on Sam and Mary is wrong. The old hairs are better. They changed the colors up for whatever reason, and I prefer the old ones for sure. And Boromir, I like everything about this Boromir except for its head. The head on the new one, I feel that the face printing and everything is just kind of ugly. It doesn't look like Boromir much at all. The coloring of it is wrong. The old one is just far superior on the printing of the head. It's not even like close. But the shield on the new one is better. And here is the reverse side. Again, the heads are a big disappointment on the vast majority of these new minifigures, honestly. And then here is Legolas. Got the new one in the center, and then the Lord of the Rings one on the left, and the Hobbit one on the right. And again, the old ones they look better. They look more like Orlando Bloom. The new one just looks kind of like a generic elf in a lot of ways, at least to me. And here's the reverse side. And again, the old heads are look that much better, in my opinion, than the new one does. The hairpiece as well. And then here's Aragorn. We have the new Aragorn in the center, and then the two older ones on the other side of him. And Aragorn is actually one of the better minifigures in this set. I think he is very comparable to the old ones, and I mean, he's definitely one of the absolute better minifigures, I gotta say. And then here's the reverse side of the head. Both sides of the head looks good. Everything looks good about Aragorn, in my opinion. And then here's Glowing. I have, the new / old Glowing on the left, and then the Hobbit Glowing on the right. I just threw him in here for fun. And then here's Gandalf, and Gandalf comes with the dress piece, and him and a couple other minifigures, they come with ways to allow them to sit at the console, but I elected not to use those. I just don't think it was necessary, but the new Gandalf is good. And then here's Lord Elrond, the new one in the center, and then the old ones, the Hobbit one on the right and the Lord of the Rings one on the left. And again, he comes with the dressed piece at the bottom, and like I said, same with Gandalf, they come with the extra pieces in order to make them sit. But having said that, I think the old ones are just better. The printing on the head for the crown is just not as good as it being molded into the hairpiece. And then there's the reverse side. Just the hairpiece in general on the old ones is that much better. And then here's Arwen, and the new Arwen has the necklace, which is really cool, and it has a slanted piece at the bottom, which makes her not as tall as the old one, which I like that. But having said that, the head and the hair on the old one is just far superior. And here's the reverse side. The new one just doesn't even look like Liv Tyler, in my opinion, where the old one does. And then just look at this hair on the old one, all nice and unique. It is specifically Arwen's hair, where on the new one, it is just generic elf hair. And that's rather disappointing, that they kind of chinsed out on the molds like that. You see, it's just a recoloring of a generic elf hair. And then here's a fun inclusion. Here is Figwit, famous Lord of the Rings character that not many people know of, and you see him on the right. This is just a generic no-name elf female, and he is supposed to be just a generic no-name elf as well, but come on, that's Figwit. I'm calling him Figwit. He's Figwit to me. And here's the reverse side. Figwit's actually one of my favorite minifigures in this set, in all honesty. So the answer to the question, is this set worth $500? If you are a Lego Lord of the Rings fan, yes, absolutely. But if this isn't your theme, or this would be your first Lord of the Rings set, I don't know. It's up to you whether you think it is worth it. Well, there's my video. Have a good one. See you in the next one.
My sword, and you have my bow.
And my axe.
If this is indeed the will of the council, then Gondor will see it done.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.